Welcome back to the broadcast. Well, there are so many misconceptions about plastic surgery, to the point that when do you decide that you want to have something done, to finding the right person, or even the right procedure. All these decisions can be a really daunting task, and that's why Mary Crosland and her doctor, Dr. Rorick, wrote this book. It's called Navigate Your Beauty, and Mary is here with us now to talk about this and what inspired you to do this book. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me about this book and why you thought it was necessary for women to maybe know all of the good, bad, and the ugly that goes into maybe plastic surgery.
After, I wrote the book with Dr. Rod Rorick, who is a world-renowned plastic surgeon. He is chairman and professor at UT Southwestern, and I've been a long-term patient of his. I came to him with somewhat of a problem, and I was referred to him by another great surgeon, and the level of care that I received from him was just unbelievable. And then I started referring patients, and I started hearing the same thing over and over again, and there was no real information out there to keep the consumer informed and safe for anything from non-surgical to surgical. Except
maybe like Google. I think if I was thinking to go to get plastic surgery, I'd Google like, what kind of boobs do I want? Or like just all of the different search tools. Yeah, but to think that you put it all in here is great.
But yeah, you can ask a friend, but that's why we developed the 3 magic questions in here, because you don't know what you're getting. You don't. The most important thing is to make sure the surgeon's board certified. I mean, that's your shorthand version.
And if you don't have a referral, how do you feel comfortable knowing that, like, you kind of want to see their work before, you know?
And to see before and afters.
Right.
That's one of the things we talk about. We give a 10-point checklist on top of the 3 magic questions that will not steer you wrong. If you use these questions, which is experience, expertise, and exceptional results, those are going to be golden for you. And then you use the 10-point checklist. And you go through that checklist, you're going to be good.
So, Mary, I know that when we go in to maybe have a consultation with a doctor, there are things we want to look for. What are some tips that we want to, as far as when that first research process starts? Aside from the ease, the exceptional, all those that you gave us.
Okay, well, one of the things you want to do is, the first and foremost, like I said, you want to make sure they're certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery.
Okay.
That's a given, okay? That'll help you get there, okay? The next thing is you want to go to the surgeon's website, okay? But make sure, everybody's a star in their own website. Okay, so you got to really do a little bit further research.
Yeah.
And so that's what the 10-point checklist is about. You want to make sure they have hospital privileges. You want to make sure that you see the before and afters, and you want to make sure those after photos are, at least a year out. You want to know how far out they are, so that. And the biggest thing is this: say you were going in for breast implants, okay, which is very common.
Right.
Is this one of the top 3 surgeries that you perform? Do you perform it weekly for the last 5 years? I mean, that's going to tell you whether that's, and if he says no, and you shouldn't be afraid to ask those questions.
So what about when someone goes in and has a surgery that's gone wrong? You talk about that in the book as well, and how to then go to a new surgeon, find the trust to let somebody work on you again.
Right. And that's where those 3 questions come into play, because Dr. Rorick is seeing so many, people come through his office. He doesn't need another patient, but he has seen, and he wrote this book with me because he wanted to get it out there to the consumer. How to be safe, what questions to ask, for that very reason. Because there's so many. You can take a weekend course. You hear these dentists that take a weekend course and say they're a plastic surgeon.
Wow.
Not okay.
And don't go for the bargain basement,
No, that should be
$39.95. Don't do that.
Breast implant.
And something that you also talk about is not just surgical procedures. You also talk about fillers and Botox and maybe what we want, and expectations too, which I think is really important.
And how to prevent plastic surgery.
Right.
How to prevent it through a lifetime. And it's really. Botox and fillers, since the inception of, I think it was 2002, Botox for cosmetic medicine, I mean, it's gone, and it's going to keep going that way, where you have Botox and fillers as preventative.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like our plastic surgery Bible. I love it.
Exactly.
Mary, thank you so much. Okay, for details on how you can buy Navigate Your Beauty, just head to our website, thebroadcasttv.com. Click on today's links. And we are talking with an X-Men star when the broadcast returns. Stick around to hear